with Morgan Freeman. He just showed some manners. In the world of Hollywood, saying anything against their strictly formed collective opinion will lead you in deep trouble. Speaking of which, the longtime actor and well-known Hillary supporter Morgan Freeman has decided to break the silence and open his heart on that issue. He encouraged other celebs to back him up on this. Long live the freedom of speech. According to the Daily Caller, Morgan Freeman endorsed and voted for Clinton, but unlike his fellow liberal hypocrites, he is man enough to accept that new president. As for politics today, I supported Hillary in the election, and now it feels like we are jumping off a cliff, he told AARP the magazine. We just have to find out how we land. I'm not scared, though. I'm holding out hope that Donald Trump has to be a good president. He can't be. What I see is a guy who will not lose, he added. He is perfectly calm with our new president. At least, Trump is a winner. And liberals can't deny that. We all can agree that Mr. Freeman is a reasonable man. And, this is not the first time he turned his back on his fellow liberals. Remember his epic response to Black History Month? What, you're going to relegate my history to a month? He asked rhetorically. Which month is White History Month? He continued. Come on, tell me. Yes, he is a liberal. But Morgan Freeman has shown some manners here. Do you agree with him? After a full working time, President Trump left the office unexpectedly. The reason is touching. As expected, as soon as he entered the White House, President Trump spent most of his time in the Oval Office with a full plate of assignments. I mean, we all see the changes he made so far. So everyone was left surprised when he decided to leave the office with his daughter Ivanka and got straight on a helicopter. After they left, the White House press office released the following statement. POTUS and daughter Ivanka emerged from the Oval Office at 2:57 p.m. under cloudy skies on a chilly winter day, with Trump wearing a long, dark overcoat that was unbuttoned, allowing his signature blue tie to show. She was wearing black and blue overcoat that was buttoned, and carrying a black handbag. The first daughter had her blonde hair pulled up. POTUS and his daughter walked slowly toward Marine One, Trump giving the pool a brief wave. At 2:58 p.m., Ivanka boarded the executive helicopter first, followed by her father, who saluted the Marine as he started up the stairs. At 3 p.m., the engines fired up, and 2 minutes later Marine One lifted off from the South Lawn. Naturally, for safety reasons, nobody knew the exact destination of his trip. As the Marine One flew away, VP Mike Pence watched it alongside Jared Kushner. They accompanied by Reince Priebus, the White House Chief of Staff. After a short time, a second statement was issued by the White House press office. In this one, they explained the need for confidentiality and the final destination of the trip. POTUS is arriving shortly or has already arrived in Marine One at Dover Air Force Base for arrival of remains of a U.S. commando killed early Sunday in Yemen during a raid on al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. The Pentagon has identified the deceased as Chief Special Warfare Operator William Ryan Owens, 36, of Peoria, Ill. Multiple news outlets have said Owens was a member of SEAL Team 6. The death occurred during the first counterterrorism operation of the Trump presidency. Senator Chris Coons, D., of Delaware is accompanying POTUS on the visit to Dover AFP. President Trump is an unavoidable part of every fallen government employee's memorial. He is unavoidably showing his condolences to the family of the fallen hero, by handing them a folded flag on behalf of the President of the United States of America. But the family of the Navy SEAL William Owens deserved to be seen in person. This ceremony is also known as the dignified transfer, which means a transfer of all of the fallen hero's belongings to the mortuary, which will arrange them later. Do you support Trump for this action? Democrat Senator Chuck Schumer just got horrible news, he's done. Fake drama is not something new from the Democrats. This week Senator Schumer trash-talked about President Trump's executive immigration order with his eyes full of fake tears. Problem is Schumer was saying the refugees need to be resettled when Obama was president, and now when the tides were turned we can clearly see the two-faced Democrats in their best light. Some of the Democrats opposed Obama on his migration policies when he was president. West Virginia Representative Joe Manchin, who happens to be a conservative Democrat, was one of them, saying that Obama should not let another Syrian refugee here in America unless the authorities could give a 100% guarantee that they were not associated with ISIS. The list continues on and on, with the representative for Speaker Paul Ryan, Senator Dick Durbin, who all opposed Obama's migration policies. As we can all agree, President Trump's policies are very rational and protective, and we cannot give our opinion depending on the ruling party. We need to think with our heads and not our hearts and put our country's safety on the first place. Share if you agree. Breaking: Senate undoes the horrible Obama rule for the industry. The Obama administration is known to cause a lot of economical loss to our country. One of Obama's biggest mistakes was making the coal industry rapidly go downhill, leaving 83,000 people without a job, and closing more than 400 coal companies. When the Republicans are in charge, they can do something about it and hopefully restore the coal industry on the right track. As a matter of fact, the Republicans started acting quick. According to The Hill, senators voted 54-45 Thursday to kill an Obama administration coal mining rule, giving President Trump his first chance to formally take off the books an environmental rule from the previous administration. The Congressional Review Act, CRA, challenge passed by the Senate undoes the Interior Department's steam protection rule, a regulation requiring coal firms to clean up waste from mountaintop removal mining and prevent it from going into local waterways. This is so good to hear, especially by those left on the street, jobless thanks to Obama's bad policies. Share the good news. Just in Berkeley, rioters just got stripped off federal funding. Trump got angry. Last night UC Berkeley was the starting point of a massive, violent protest. The protesters gathered to show their disagreement to the planned, legal speech by Milo Yiannopoulos, an established editor at Breitbart News. The awful protest got out of control as they beat Trump supporters and nearby civilians, made a huge property damage, leaving broken ATMs and fires wherever they set foot. As the violent protest ended, it only brought damage and terror. Therefore it is a criminal act known as hate crime. And this act has returned back at Berkeley like a boomerang. According to Breitbart, President Trump has returned the hit, letting them know that violently interrupting the freedom of speech will not be tolerated. Look at the punishment. The incident started after the police cancelled their event, hence the failed safety measures. Yiannopoulos was instantly evacuated as his security was in danger. The left is profoundly antithetical to free speech these days, does not want to hear alternative points of view, and will do anything to shut it down, Yiannopoulos told Fox News Wednesday night. My point is being proven over and over and over again. Liberals may talk about love, tolerance, and compassion. But, all we are seeing from them is terror and violence. Giving their best to divide our country. Do you think Berkeley should be cut off from federal funding? Share your thoughts below. Thank you, everyone.